Good morning. On any Sunday morning, I could sit at home and read a poem or an essay by myself, and then reflect upon it for a while, and follow it up with a piece of music chosen to perfectly complement the reading. But it's unlikely that I would, on my own, at home, where the dog would bark or the phone would ring, and I would be pulled back into the routine. I could think on my own about all the people affected by food insecurity or homelessness or gun violence, and imagine ways that I might single-handedly create positive change for those people. But I would soon realize how intractable these issues are and lose hope. I could feel very strongly that families in reduced circumstances should have wonderful holidays and experiences like summer camps, but I wouldn't be able to figure out what I could do about it, and I'd push it off till later. I might suffer from loss and loneliness and know that I shouldn't bear it alone, yet shy away from burdening my children or my neighbors. I might feel that the prejudices against gender, sexual, and racial differences are heavy and unfair, and I should write some letters or make some signs or social media posts, but they would soon feel useless. I might read my newspaper and proclaim that someone should provide shelter for Afghan refugees or travel to Indian reservations and figure that whole thing out. But I wouldn't be that someone alone in my house. I might feel so moved by a sunrise at Plum Island or a stroll through Maudsley that I want to express my gratitude for the Earth's beauty, but I'd be quickly distracted by a car that cuts me off before I even get home. But having this church, this time set aside, this group of people, like-minded and inspired by the same strong feelings of justice, of a need to take action, of a compulsion to acknowledge joy or gratitude or grief, gives me the toolbox I need to live my spiritual and community life. To be able to sit in this beautiful building, looking out these big windows, listening to music, singing songs that pull at my heart, hearing the joys and sorrows of my fellow parishioners, feeling the words of stirring and affecting sermons, and then being offered opportunities to partake in fellowship and activism. This is my harbor and my port, with gardens of peace that welcome my tending.
I don't know how to answer that. And I'm not going to do a very good job. Like many of us, my first time in this building, I was struck by the beauty of the environment as a whole. A day like today, where the sun is shining and the earth is slowly coming to wake again, I was struck just by how wonderful it is. Then over time, I got to know the people here, and I realized that they were a big part of that beauty. The work that they do, the things that they care about, the energy that they bring to making the world a better place. In the last few years, as I've become more involved with our new minister, I've become acutely aware of how beautiful the people are who work here and how dedicated they are to the things that we all depend upon them for. So it's this time of year that we come together as a group and we recommit ourselves to tending that garden and ensuring that the flowers that we grow and those people that tend it with us are taken care of. So as co-chairs of this campaign, we ask you to look deep into your heart and yes, into your wallet, to think about the beauty of this place and the beauty of the people who are with you and who work with you. We're honored to be this year's campaign co-chairs, and we thank you for your commitment and your support of this wonderful church.